It was spring, but the water was cold. The woman pulled from beneath the Yanagi bridge looked perhaps 25. Her kimono was soiled. The soles of her feet showed signs of a long journey. Her face was peaceful, no trace of suffering. A suicide. Common enough this time of year. The constable's voice was bureaucratic. Someone muttered about spring melancholy. Yajima Ichinojo stood slightly apart from the circle, staring at the woman's hands. Her hands are rough. Servant's hands. She's been doing waterwork for a long time. Would a woman about to throw herself into a river walk this far? The constable exchanged an uncomfortable glance with his colleague. Ichinojo continued, undeterred. The condition of her feet says she walked a considerable distance. The stains on her kimono aren't mud from the riverbank, they're from the road. This woman came from somewhere. Yajima-sama, Dr. Tone has already ruled it a suicide, and the matter is. Yes, I heard. Ichinojo stood, brushing his sleeves lightly. He smiled as he spoke. I have some questions. I'll look into it further. Do as you like. Leaving his subordinates behind, he disappeared into the bustling streets. The first day yielded nothing. He crossed bridges, visited notions shops and fabric stores, tracing the kimono pattern to the Honjo district. A maid's hands would be roughed differently. A cook's fingers would be thicker. The clues were thin, and few were willing to talk. By dusk he had nothing. Walking back alone along the river path. The spring evening wind was strangely cold. Thinking she might have walked the same road, his steps grew heavy. On the second day, he widened his search. He went door to door through the tenements from Honjo to Fukagawa. Less an investigation than simply listening to stories. Someone might remember her. If she'd lived nearby until 6 months ago, someone's memory would hold her. In the afternoon, a landlady looked up. That face. Was she wearing a pale blue kimono with a chrysanthemum pattern? Ichinojo's heart quickened. Yes. Did you know her? She worked at the indigo shop down the road. Left about half a year ago. Quiet girl. Kept to herself. They said she ran off with a man. The landlady lowered her voice. But I never believed it. She wasn't that type. Who was the man? Someone from the indigo shop, I assume. She was close with the young master there. A pause. Very close, if you take my meaning. The indigo shop. Ichinojo headed there immediately. What he found was a young man named Shindo. Barely 20, with hands stained blue from dye. He was beautiful in a sharp, angular way. And when Ichinojo mentioned the woman's name, every trace of color drained from his face. You loved her, Ichinojo said. It wasn't a question. Shindo's hands trembled. We were going to leave together. Start a new shop. But her family. He couldn't finish. Her family sent men. They took her back. She escaped. She was trying to reach you when Shindo's knees buckled. He didn't cry. He just stared at his blue-stained hands like they belonged to someone else. She walked all that way. Alone. And I was here. Mixing dye. Ichinojo sat beside him on the workshop floor. Neither spoke for a long time. Outside, the spring rain began to fall. The investigation officially closed as suicide. Unofficially, Ichinojo ensured the woman's family was quietly investigated. Shindo left the indigo shop. Not immediately, he finished the seasons. Orders first. Then he walked the same route she had walked, in reverse, carrying nothing but a small bundle and her hairpin. Before he left, he came to see Ichinojo. Thank you for finding out. Where will you go? To the other shore, Shindo said. Wherever she is. Ichinojo watched him walk away until he disappeared into the spring haze. He never saw him again. But sometimes, crossing the Inagi Bridge, he remembered the woman's peaceful face. And he hoped? Wherever they were, they'd found each other. The end?